Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Dave's Top 3,000 Songs of the Rock Era. Today I'm up to song number 2218, and that one is Cherry Pie by Skip and Flip. This one came out in 1960. Here's a picture of the single, and I think it was just released on their 1960 compilation album called Skip and Flip's Greatest Hits. And here's a picture of Skip and Flip around the time they recorded it. They were kind of a 50s doo-wop duo. I'll get into them a little bit later. First, I'm going to feature a sample of the song Cherry Pie and react to it. So here it goes. Cherry, cherry pie, cherry, cherry pie, cherry, cherry pie. Oh, so good, honey. Na na na, whoa whoa, sugar, sugar plum, sugar, sugar plum, sugar, sugar plum, sweet as they come, na 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 na. Okay, that's about a minute of Cherry Pie by Skip and Flip. That's actually almost half the song. They were pretty short back then. Yeah, it's an okay song. I don't know, kind of a typical teenage doo-wop love song, I guess. But it's got a lot of tune and it's catchy and kind of a 50s or early 60s nostalgia song, I guess. It was one of the first doo-wop songs I used to hear on the radio once I started listening to oldies in the early 80s, and I kind of liked it when I first heard it. I don't know. Yeah, but not too much else to say about this song. I didn't play the whole song. They sing about little Jack Horner sitting on the corner. I guess they kind of made a little play with some of the Mother Goose nursery rhymes, kind of puts himself in the shoes of little Jack Horner. Um, you know, Pretty mindless song actually, but catchy. Um, so I think that's pretty much everything I have to say about the song Cherry Pie. I mean, you guys are probably familiar with another hit song called Cherry Pie from the 80s by Warrant. They were more of a heavy metal band. That one's coming up on my list, by the way. I like that one as well, but it's a very different song, even though it has the same title. So that's pretty much everything I have to say about Cherry Pie. Now I guess I'll just talk a little bit about the duo Skip and Flip. They were from Arizona. I guess they met at the University of Arizona in Tucson, where they were both attending at the time. And they had several name changes. They started out as the Rockabillys, then they changed their name to the Pledges and Gary and Clyde, and finally Skip and Flip. And Skip, those were their nicknames. I guess Skip was Clyde Batten, and Flip was Gary S. Paxton. And they didn't have very many hits, so I'm just going to go through their hits. So their first hit song was in 1959. It was called It Was I. And that one went to number 11. They followed that up with Fancy Nancy, which went to number 71. And finally in 1960, they hit with Cherry Pie, which also went to number 11. I guess that tied their biggest hit with It Was I. But Cherry Pie also went number 27 R&B. Neither of their other two hits were R&B hits. So I guess Cherry Pie was their biggest hit. It's not the only hit of theirs I know. So, pretty good song, I'd say. I forgot to mention that it was written by a guy named Joe Hosea, and it was originally recorded in 1954 by another duo, Marvin and Johnny. Their hit was the flip side of a song called "Tick Tock." I think I even have a picture of it here. Yeah, that was Marvin and Johnny's TikTok. I'm not even sure if I'm familiar with that song. But anyway, that I guess that's all I have to say about Cherry Pie by Skip and Flip. So thank you for watching. You guys rock, and I'll see you next time. Bye.